Hello, hello. I'm sharing it out, so please help me do that. Welcome, welcome to the Morning Cuppa Joy. Come on in, bring your cup, fill it up with some joy, some love, and some kindness here at the morning show. So welcome, welcome everybody that's coming in. Come on in, get a seat or stand around the table, whatever you want to do. And just be here with us in this moment to wake up together every morning. All right, let me send it out to a couple more people that might not know that we're live yet. Usually our Deirdre is in here already. And the blues. All right, there you go. I sent you a message, so let's see if that wakes you up. Pat Moss, good afternoon, darling. I'm so glad you're here. And let me see, let me share it to the fam. All right, so now we're ready to rock and roll, aren't we? It's Monday. Are you ready to rock and roll on Monday? It takes talent, I'm telling you. So let's go into our hearts. Wherever you touch on your heart, it brings your focus there. And then just breathe. And relax that breath out. We're going to do it again. Breathe in slowly into your lungs. You're actually helping your body by doing this. The heart-brain coherence is known for its healing properties because it starts talking to your cells, waking up those cells and telling them to work, do their job. So, good morning, Deirdre. So when you do this, you are healing yourself on the inside, which is where all healing takes place. It also puts you in the highest brain state possible, the theta state. And in that the gamma. In that state, you remember things, you're more laser focused, and I think you're just more peaceful. That's my experience with it anyway. So welcome, welcome, and thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you for sharing this out. Don't know where the peas are. They're being a little lazy this morning, but that's okay. They'll just miss some good stuff, won't they? As we all gather together and love on each other. So come in and fill your cup up. I think I'm hearing my phone talking to me. All right. So let's see what the angels had to say last night. Oh, they talked about the greatness within us. Let the great within you rise up. Vincent van Gogh said, "For the great doesn't happen through impulse alone and is a succession of little things that are brought together." I just listened to a very well-known speaker, although I am not familiar with his work. He got my attention at the beginning of his speech when he said that many of us feel like we have lived many different lifetimes in this one lifetime. Wow, I have said that so many times, but never have I heard someone else vocalize this. Have you ever felt this way? I know that we grow and evolve as we experience the lessons we came here to learn. This feels different, though, and it's a little hard to explain. When I look at the decades of my life, it's like what I imagine having multiple personalities would look like. It's a personality for every decade. So, dear angels, as we grow in life, there are many times when we look back at our younger selves and say, "Who are you?" I think this is happening more and more these days. It feels like we are shifting and changing so rapidly that we are nothing like what we used to be. For me, I have shed so much of the anger and bitterness that was there in my early years. Is anger losing its power for others as well? Is this part of the evolution of us as a collective as we go forward? Are we becoming more courageous in choosing our responses to whatever tries to trigger us into an angry feeling? Dear ones, growing pains happen in your spiritual body just as they do in your physical body. When you grow physically, you do not look exactly as you did before the growth spurt. This is what is happening with those of you who are awakening to who you are. If you remember what it felt like when your body stretched, bones ached from the movement, and your face changed shape, then perhaps you can relate to the same thing happening to you spiritually. Others may comment on how different you look. You may find your voice taking on a different energy and perhaps saying things that you have never said before, or maybe with more passion. Become the observer of these changes by stepping back and seeing what others see, the butterfly emerging from the cocoon. Your wings have been feeding on spiritual nutrition as you meditate, become more self-aware, and make better conscious choices. Perhaps you feasted on compassion and empathy. Those different, quote, lives that you lived were you learning to be you. You needed all those experiences, all those fires to shape you into the person you are today. Celebrate you. Put your hands together to applaud all that you have been through and rise up as the sacred being that you are. Dear angels, today I promise to accept the me that has shown up today and celebrate my uniqueness. So, can anybody relate to that at all? I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your experience. Have you ever thought, oh my gosh, I've been so many people in this one lifetime. I've had different jobs, maybe different families, different friends for sure. So different places you lived in maybe. So it was an interesting thought and an interesting concept. And it just blew me away that I just turned on a motivational video and this guy was talking about it. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody else that has the same experience I did of really feeling like, I don't even know who that person was. That was me 20, 30 years ago. I am totally different, totally changed in all aspects. So good morning, Kathy Hand, Annie Seven, and Brookie Brooke. And thank you, Deirdre. Yes, the books, oh my gosh, sweet books are almost ready to turn into the publisher. And I am so excited. I am so grateful to a dear friend who created the cover for the tiny book for me this year. And oh my gosh, you guys, I think it's going to blow you away because it is so beautiful. Hello, Julie Kiss. Welcome, welcome. And Deirdre says, yes, I have been a few people. I hardly recognize my former selves. Isn't it amazing when we look back at that, Deirdre? When we say, oh my gosh, was that me? Did I do that? Was that me that used to spew out hatred and anger and be so rebellious? Well, I'm still a little rebellious, but it's like it's a totally different person than the one I am right now, walking in this shell. And it's just such an interesting phenomenon that happens. All right, I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has to say about all this because I'm sure she has some insight for us. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. Thank you for being here, darling. So let's just see what our Kuan Yin has to say now. can't tell you how excited I was to finish that tiny book. It was a lot of work. It was more work than I remembered it being last year. Last year, it seemed to just take on its own energy and be what it was going to be. This year, they had me really go through every one of their messages with a fine-tooth comb, and they showed me exactly which lines they wanted me to put in the tiny book. The Angels book, I'm so psyched, you guys. Do you like the new name? Angels in My Pocket. It was so divinely inspired to have that name. And I have to tell you the story. So I was getting ready to put the books together, and I heard that both books were going to have a little variation on the names. It was going to be a little different this year. So I sat and I listened and heard, and I believe it was Kathy Caputo that came up with the Dawn Arises for the Midnight Calls book. So that one is Midnight Calls and Dawn Arises. But the tiny book, it felt like it was going to be kind of the same title, Tiny Book of Angel Messages or something along that line. But whatever it was that I tweaked it to, I shared it with Auntie Jean. And then I forgot about it. So I'm getting ready to submit it to Amazon, the title and what it's going to be and everything. And I couldn't remember exactly what it was supposed to be. So I texted Auntie Jean and I said, do you remember what I said I was going to name the tiny book this year? Her one-word answer back to me was no. Like, alrighty then. And I had already been playing with that concept of the angel in your pocket. And I heard it, just kept hearing it. And I said, well, what do you think about angels in my pocket? And she just flipped out. She loved it. So that was the first one that really responded well to it. And then Dr. Ruth Anderson, when I shared it with her, she loved the idea. So I'm hoping you all are liking it. Just let me know. And you will see it really soon after I get it submitted to Amazon. Julie Kiss, I have to say I'm not the same person as well. Much better version of myself. I understand that I must love myself first, then spread it throughout the world. Absolutely, Julie Kiss. Yeah, you're Julie Kiss 2.0 or 2.1. You're much better version than in the past. That's what I always look at. I'm growing, I'm evolving, I'm becoming what I'm supposed to be here, living my path and doing the things that I'm here to do. All right, so Kuan Yin has a message for us. I think I have it upside down or something. Well, it's interesting because I guess she's upside down on the card. I've never noticed that before. Okay. Unpredictable grace. It is not lack of courage that makes you question the path before you sometimes. It is uncertainty. There is no need to doubt, just steps to take, one after the other. And as you do this, all can then unfold as it must, with the blessing of my powerful, if unpredictable, grace. Yeah. What would we do if things in life were not unpredictable? We'd be bored, I think. So as we tune in to Kuan Yin and how she helps us to look at those past lives that we've lived while we've been here on earth, every how many years that we've been in this body, we've had so many different experiences that really felt like they were totally separate from the person that we became. Good morning, Dixie Cunningham. Good morning, Lillian in Norway. Love you so much. And I think our Kathy is still with us, Kathy Hand. If you have any update for us on Colin or things that are going on in your world. We'd love to hear that. And my brother-in-law, Tim, is scheduled to go into that surgery today. Billy said it's scheduled for noon, but she thinks they're probably going to come and get him earlier than that because it's such a long surgery, you guys. We really, really need your prayer on this. Prayers for Tim to be strong, for his body to endure what they're going to put him through for hours and hours and hours and hours. And prayers for my sweet sister, Billy. I know she's probably a bit of a basket case right now with the nerves. So please lift her up and wrap your arms around her and bring in the angels to sit with her as she sits in that waiting room, waiting for news of his surgery and how it goes, and all of his children as well. All right, so glad you all are here. Thank you for being here, and thank you, Julie. So let's do some messages. We still have the tiny book from last year to work with until we get the new one. That's what we'll do every day, is work on the tiny book and see, maybe there's some messages. Maybe there's messages that we haven't heard before from this tiny book. I can't imagine, because we've been working with it for a whole year now, but it's possible. So let me know if you would like a page 11 for our Julie Kiss. Absolutely, Lillian. We lift you and your family up every day and praying for miracles in your life, and especially miracles with your little grandson. All right, so page 11 and then 30. Not sure which one to read. These are all good. Make a commitment to be a better human. Show up for others and watch how you will make it to your appointment on time. We will help bend the time for you if you meet us halfway. Dear ones, this is one of the most important lessons you can learn. Love, honor, and respect each other. Isn't that beautiful? Catherine, I don't know how many are going to be in this current book that's coming out. I haven't submitted it yet, so I don't know what the page, how many pages it will be. In this one, there's 85. All right, so page 30. And Julie, I hope you resonated with that message. I certainly did. Make a commitment to be a better human. When we share our light with others, when we share our love, our hugs, our listening ear, we're really creating a better place in the world for everyone, aren't we? Oh, page 2 today for Colin. All right, sweetheart. We're going to hold him up in prayer during that time. All right, page 30. And that was Lily Ann. Instead of being frustrated over what seems out of your control, take time to figure out what you do have control over and start there. You know, this is such a profound message for us. So many times we fret and we worry and we have anxiety and we try to manipulate and try to get things to work out the way we want them to work out, right? We don't have control over anybody else other than ourselves. We don't have control over the weather. So if we're fretting and worrying because there's a mountain of snow or there's a flood or there's a hurricane or a tornado, we have no control over that. We can pray, definitely, for things to shift and change. And I've had beautiful experiences with other people joining together in our effort to push a storm away from us. And it did. Now, whether the storm would have turned on its own or not, I don't know. I choose to believe we had a miracle. But the point is, what do you have control over? What can you do that you have the say so? And you know what? It's only you. You have control over how you react, how you respond, how you show up, the emotions that you show. Those are the things you have control over. So pay attention to that. And I hope that resonated with you, Lillian. Kathy said Colin's pre-trial meeting is at 2, so we're going to go to page 2 for Colin. And it is the miracles happen once you have come to that place of acceptance of yourself and enjoy being with you. Oh, Kathy, I love that message. I'm going to read the next one after that as well. Know that you are doing the best you can as you grapple with the grief over saying goodbye to loved ones who go on to their divine destination. I felt like I needed to read that one because we've got so many people that are exiting our planet right now. So many people who are choosing that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go. Maybe I can do more work on the other side than I can on this side and make a bigger impact and make a bigger difference. I just heard yesterday about Jamie Lee Curtis. She was one of my favorite actresses. I loved her. She was so funny. So we've got a lot of people leaving right now, and a lot of us that have been touched by loved ones who have gone. This past year, we had so many. You know, I was going through, I had to read through every message from last year to get the tiny book completed. And it just amazed me. So many of the messages were talking about grief and about losing a loved one and things that had happened in our world that were so destructive, and the way people had carelessly just taken out lives. So, it was on the news yesterday, Catherine. She was 65 years old, so she was very, very young. She had a heart attack. So remember her family in your prayers, please. Okay. So Kathy, I hope that message helped you. And yes, there are many kinds of grief. It's not just losing somebody to death. It's also by separation. It's by changes. That person may have changed to where you don't even recognize them anymore in one way or another. So yeah, you're so right, Kathy. And I hope that the message about miracles happening was uplifting and giving you some hope there for today. Page 76 for our Catherine Kovacs. And good morning, Robin Waters Dykes. Thank you for being here. All right, page 76. The back of the book is not as worn as the front of the book. so maybe we'll find a message in here that we haven't heard in a long time. Watch what you are asking for from the universe, because it is coming into form as you think it. Dear ones, you have this awareness to help you move through your human experience with more ease. Lose your resistance and open to your highest possible potential. I love that. Your highest possible potential. What is your highest possible potential? And I'm only going to do a couple more of these, and then we're going to do some manifesting, because this is Manifesting Monday after all. So Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sally and Tony, who just popped in here, and Jennifer Langren. Not sure what you're sorry about, Catherine. There's nothing to be sorry about. Thank you for choosing that page. And yeah, we don't read from the back of the book very much, so that was cool to be able to go there. All right, so the next one, Brookie Brooke wants page 67, so we're going to go there. Staying in the back of the book. I can't wait for the new book. It'll be like so sparkling brand new, and pages are going to stick together. All right. For our Brookie, oh my gosh, Brooke, it is your time to shine now. We are placing a crown on your head. Wear it well. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, this happened very suddenly. I'm pretty sure that's the right name. Can't find it at the moment, but it came across the news feed early this morning. So it may have been fake news. I don't know, but that's what came across the news, that she had a heart attack. Anyway, where are we going? Brookie, your crown. I love it. I'll let you borrow mine. I love wearing my crown. All right, page 8. Robin, we're going to the front of the book. All right. Come on. The front of the book wanted to stick together. As soon as you make that conscious decision to relinquish control of how your desire is going to manifest itself, you open the door to possibility. Isn't that a great segue into doing the manifesting, right? Are we ready to manifest this morning? Are you ready? Let's hear it. If you're ready, just what do you have to do? You have to say your yes. So, who is ready to manifest? Ready. Jennifer's ready. Anybody else? I'm looking. Oh, I don't have my slate. Usually I have my slate in front of me, but it's not over here. So we will just wing it this morning. Marietta, hi, sweet one. Marietta's ready. Catherine's ready. Pat Moss, Andrea. All right, what are we going to manifest today? What is it when you just close your eyes for a moment, and what's the first thing that pops in? What comes into your heart for you to hold, to be true, to show up for you, to come into your life? I am manifesting both books being accepted by the publisher and saying, yes, here you go, and getting it to you all by the end of the month. Oh, thank you, Deirdre. Thank you for that. Yeah, it came across the news feed on Microsoft Edge, which normally, that's they don't show a whole lot of fake stuff on there. Good health for Lillian. Hugs for Catherine Kovacs. Money for Pat Moss. What else? Let's go. Let's get this manifesting happening. Healthy eyes for you, Deirdre. I love that. Physical health. Yeah, you all know how this works. Love, Jennifer Langren. Thank you. Your hand healed. Beautiful, Julie Kiss. So, we've been doing manifesting on Mondays for a while. It started, I think, 2 years ago. But you remember that I put it out there to manifest my knee feeling better. And guess what? It feels better. I mean, yes, I had the injection, but that wasn't a guarantee because different people react differently to that particular treatment. So I manifested being able to walk again without pain. I manifested having more mobility in my life. And how did I do that? How did I do that? Number one, know what you want. Know what you want. So I see all your messages, peace and love, sleep, right? Your son and grandson back in your life. Know what you want. So you all have shared in the comments what it is that when you close your eyes, that's the thing that comes up. That's what you say, okay, I want that, right? But let's don't put it as a want. Let's take that word off the table. So know what it is that you are going to manifest. No wants, no wishes. I said it wrong the first time. So know what it is that you're calling to you to have and to hold, to see the evidence of it, for it to be real. We have to know what we're creating, right? I mean, my goodness, what if you sat in front of a pottery wheel? You're going to create something, but you had no idea what you were going to make. Or what if you call up a pizza place and you say, would you deliver me a pizza? Who knows what you might end up with? You might end up with one of those pizzas with pineapple on it, right? And then you would hear from John Thaddeus Fiore. So know what it is that you have a vision of, that you want to call to you. What is that? So as you are sharing, as I said, when you close your eyes, you shut out all distractions. And that's why I said to do it that way. To shut out your eyes and shut your eyes and say, okay, what am I creating? What am I bringing to me through manifestation? So that's the very first step, you guys. The very first step is know what it is that you want to bring to you. And then once you have it solid that, oh, yeah. And, Abraham taught us a lot because he said, go broad. So sometimes we're so focused on having something exactly the way we want it. I want this and I want it this way and I want it now and and we make demands on it. Abraham says, go broad. So maybe it's not that exact thing that it is that you even are desiring. Maybe it's something like that or something in that same arena, but your thought is, I want to see that. So know what you want and then go broad with it. Say, okay, that or something better. How do you like that one? So whatever it is you're thinking of that you want to manifest, let it be that or something better. And then hold it in your heart. Begin to see it. Begin to visualize it. Begin to play with it. What is that? What would it feel like if I had it? What would it feel like for me to hold these two brand new books, fresh off the publisher, coming to me, opening them up, smelling them, touching them, turning the pages, reading from a page? What would that feel like inside? So this is the process. That's the step number 3. One is to know what it is that you desire, to know what you want to manifest. Go broad with it It may not be that exact thing. It may be something along that line, but it may not be exactly what you are saying you want. Maybe you're just saying, I want to manifest money. Did somebody say that? I think somebody did say that. I want to manifest money. So go broader. I want to manifest money to, and then fill in the blank. I want to manifest money in different denominations. Just go broader with what it is that you think is the thing that you're manifesting, that you're bringing to you, and then feel it. Feel it. Feel what it would be like to hold that money in your hands, or to open up your bank account. Most people bank online now. To open up your bank account and say, oh, wow, look at that. That money's in my account. So hold it in your heart as real. Know it to be true, that whatever it is that your heart desires, it's there. It's looking for you, just like you're looking for it. And Sally says we need to give up the control of how our wishes and desires come to us. Once we put it out there, it's not ours anymore. It belongs to the angels. Absolutely. Good morning, Josie. Oh, sweet little Ricky's been sick. All right, well, let's send some love and healing to little Ricky when we get to the prayers. Good morning, Charlie. And Brookie, you're manifesting Qigong in your life. Good, good. What does that look like? What does that feel like? I know what it feels like to do it because you taught us how to do it. But what would it look like for you to maybe teach it, to do it more regularly? What does that look like? So this is the process to manifest. All right, so if you want me to do the steps again, did you all get it? Did you write it down? Do you have it in your mind? So the very first thing, know what it is. Identify it. If you want to give a name to it, if you want to call it something, then do that. But know what it is that you desire to manifest in your life. What it is that you are going to bring to you without a doubt. We're going to go into this with confidence. Second part, go broad with it. It doesn't have to be that exact color. Maybe it will. Maybe you'll manifest exactly that car of your dreams, or that house or boat, or whatever it is that you have put out there. But if you go broad, then there's this energy that happens as it spreads out. Just think of our auras and our chakras. When we open them up and we spread them wider and wider, we get more full of all the joy and all the love and all that beautiful healing energy inside of us. So just see the circle expanding out around what it is that you are desiring to manifest. And then hold it. Just hold on to it like you would hold a tiny baby up to your chest. Just know that it is right there in your heart space. See it real, feel it real. And as Dr. Wayne Dyer says, you will see it when you believe it. That would be a good thing to write out and keep in front of you. Maybe write it on your bathroom mirror. Maybe write it somewhere where, if you're working at a computer or somewhere all day, have that written out. You will see it when you believe it. And that's important, because it's important to have the belief and the trust and the faith that it is showing up for you. And then we let it go. So let's let it go, right? I like to do this with balloons because that's an easy one that people can relate to. So I want you to see a balloon in front of you, and it's your balloon. So it can be any color you want. It can be multicolored. It can have no color. It can be white or black or anything that you want. That's your balloon. Just see it in front of you. And I want you to place the desire in there that you identified, whatever it was that you called out to you. Put it inside the balloon. And the balloon can take on whatever you give it. And then the going broader is seeing the balloon blowing up, see it expanding out, becoming bigger and bigger, and then tie it off so it doesn't just blow back out at you. So you want to contain it in that balloon. So tie the balloon and then find a string. Now this could be anything. It could be a ribbon, it could be a piece of thread, it could be a rope, whatever you want to use. Tie it around the neck of that balloon where you closed it off and hold on to it for a minute. Don't let it go just yet. So as you're holding on to your balloon that contains that thing, that object, that person, that vision of what you want to have, just say this or something better. I'm calling this or something better into my life. I know it's mine. I have every confidence in the universe that what I put out there as a desire is being heard, it's being acknowledged, and it's being answered for my best and highest good. So whatever way it comes to you as an answer to prayer, an answer to your intention, that's for your best and highest good. So releasing the expectation, releasing the control. Now we're going to let it go. So take a breath in. And as you release it, say, I believe, I trust, and I receive. I believe, I trust, and I receive. And let it go. Let it go. Release the string. So tell me, what were your colors? What was your color of your balloon? What was the color of your string? And did you say the words? I believe, I trust, I receive. Letting it go so that it can come back to you. So now that last part, we've done the work. You let it go. You let it float away to the universe for the universe to see it. So here's the scoop, people. When we say again and again that there is no time, there's time in a form, and it's time-space reality. It's not based on our linear time. So what we might think of is, okay, one day it'll come back. One day I'll receive it. One day it'll show up. In spirit, it doesn't work the same as our days, our hours, our minutes. In spirit, everything is happening simultaneously. So what you just sent up in your now moment to manifest, it's already a done deal. It's already happened. We just haven't quite caught up to it with our linear time yet. So what I want you to do now is look up. Just raise your head, look up, and I want you to see this balloon that you sent up into the air, a purple one, a swirly one, and mine was a blue one. Lilianne's was pink. So as you look up, I want you to see that speck with that color coming toward you. So now it's coming closer. You can see more of it. You can see that big balloon that you let go of, that you release the control over. Pink balloon with a gold ribbon, beautiful, a white balloon. So as you're seeing your balloon coming down towards you, just pay attention, watch. And then as it gets closer and closer, and it's right over top of you, see it open up. See that balloon burst open, and coming to you with all that energy that you placed in it, sent up to the universe. The universe puts its stamp of approval and its blessing on it and sends it back to you. So receive. You can hold your hands out to receive. Just receive the energy coming in from this beautiful intention that you sent forth to the universe, and just cover yourself with it. Just do that and cover it all over your aura. Take it on the inside of your body. Know it to be real. This is the real part. See it inside, hold it inside, know it inside that it's real, because now you see it. Now you can see that what it was that you put out there is coming back to you. So all that pink and purple and white and yellow, all of those balloons, my blue one, all of them that came back down, just see yourself as that color all day today. See that color. Maybe it'll show up for you. Set the intention. You're going to see this color during your day, and that will be a confirmation that your balloon is really right there with you, and whatever it contained is right there with you to be manifested in real time. So that's our manifesting for today. And now let's do our prayers, lifting up anyone right now that needs our prayers. And we've had some mentions already. If you have any more, just put them in the comments. We're lifting up our pair of genes that are missing in action today, our Auntie Gene and our Blue Gene. We're missing so many people today, so let's send out love and light to all of them and let them know we're thinking about them. And prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who walk on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. Thank you so much, Deirdre, for that prayer. My brother-in-law and my sister. Who else? There's so many people going through a dark night right now. Let's lift up our Kirillani, who just had to say goodbye to her son and going into the grief process. So hold her as she does that. Prayers for all in need. Thank you, Julie. Praying for Ruth's sister-in-law, Sharon, who is not doing real well at the moment. So we hold her up in prayer. Oh, you're welcome, Pat Moss. Prayers for Joanne's mother up in North Carolina, and for her to be strong emotionally, and prayers for that whole situation. Prayers for her husband, John, who hurt his arm and is waiting for the medical insurance process, which is a nightmare. Anyone else that you want to put in there? Prayers for some travel that's coming up for me at the end of this week to go down to the Keys. And Sally, prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, and those living in fear and in hunger. Prayers for our Annie, who is starting a new career, a new work job this week. Prayers for Danny, lifting him up and all of your family, Robin. All right, so let's do that now. Let's go into our hearts, remembering all that have been mentioned, remembering those on our prayer list, remembering to bring in the energy of peace in our hearts so we can send it out into the world, having more peace on our earth, peace in our hearts, peace in our world. And we ask that all of these prayer requests be seen, heard, and acknowledged, and answered for the best and highest good of all concerned. And we're so grateful to the angels, grateful to our Creator, God, and I'm grateful to this family. You all are so special to me. Thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. All right, we've got time to do our Leo. So let's get ready to share some love. Let me get him playing and singing to us. Yeah, Julie starting us off. Thank you, Andrea. I'm so glad you were here. Thank you, Robin. Deirdre. Hi, Jen. Jennifer, did you make it to the Shamrock? I didn't see you in any of the pictures. Cuppa full of joy. Oh, you did. Awesome, Jennifer. I'm so glad you got to do that. Thank you. I love you. Full of joy. Thank you, Charlie. Accept, align, allow. Morning Cuppa full of joy, everybody. To start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy, everybody. To start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy. All right, let's get ready to help Leo. I think I might have to put that in the tiny book at the very end. What do y'all think? We'll have a big woo at the end of the tiny book. Oh, Marietta, I love you so much. EIWP. You ready? Oh, Deirdre's ready. I wasn't paying attention. Woo! Thank you, Leo. Thank you, everyone, for showing up today. And I'll be back at 1 o'clock today. We do our world peace meditation starting at 1:11. But if you come in a little bit before that, then you will get to share it out. And you'll get to get ready for a blessing and go into your hearts. Thank you, Robin. So come in around 1:10, 1:05 or so, something like that. And I will be guiding the meditation today. So come hang with me. It's only about 7 minutes. So come in and let's have fun. And let's go on this mission of bringing more peace, love, and joy into our world. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. I'll see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.